F1's defending world champion Lewis Hamilton has attracted some controversy after he shared a video on his Instagram story. The video in question was originally posted by internet personality Andrew Batchelor, better known as King Buck. The post attached to the video insinuates that Bill Gates is a liar in response to an interview of Gates where he talked about his foundation funding the development of a vaccine for the global pandemic. Many have interpreted Hamilton's sharing of the video as a sign of anti-vaccine sentiments. Hamilton has now issued a response. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Hamilton urges he is only human, totally my fault. The video in question is captioned, "I remember when I told my first lie," which featured Bill Gates talking about the current safety of the vaccine trials, funding, and dismissing the notion that the vaccine will be used as a way to microchip the population. Hamilton has since posted a response on his Instagram story addressing the situation, which reads as follows. Hi guys, I've noticed some comments on my earlier post around the coronavirus vaccine and want to clarify my thoughts on it as I understand why they might have been misinterpreted. Firstly, I hadn't actually seen the comment attached, so that is totally my fault, and I have a lot of respect for the charity work Bill Gates does. I also want to be clear that I'm not against the vaccine, and no doubt it will be important in the fight against coronavirus, and I'm hopeful for its development to help save lives. However, after watching the video, I felt it showed that there is still a lot of uncertainty about the side effects, most importantly, and how it is going to be funded. I may not always get my posting right, I'm only human, but I'm learning as we go. Sending you positivity. This marks the second time in just a few months where Hamilton has caused controversy through sharing something on his social media without checking exactly what he was posting. Fast feed. Former F1 team owner Eddie Jordan questioned, "Are you telling me in a similar car that Vettel could fight toe-to-toe with Lewis Hamilton? At the moment, psychologically, he can't even do that with Charles Leclerc." He also revealed that if he were a team owner, he would not employ Vettel, as there's far too many young kids coming through. Racing Point team principal Otmar Safnauer believes they have always had a talented group of people who were unable to show their potential because of lack of funds. He also revealed that in 2009 they were the first team to copy the double diffuser from Brawn, and when McLaren came up with the F-duct in 2010, they were the first to implement that trick after them. He also stated that they know the rules and know what is allowed, and they comply 100% with the rules. He further revealed that the FIA was at their factory in March and they were able to explain to them how they got this car, which he thinks is 100% legal. Former F1 driver Nick Heidfeld thinks that Ferrari Charles Leclerc was seen as the great saviour at the end of last year, and feels that it is clear that what is expected of him is completely unrealistic. McLaren has announced a multi-year partnership with Gulf Oil, and CEO Zak Brown pointed out that they are bringing two iconic brands back together to form a new and exciting partnership. The official website of the Turkish government has released a statement that they continue to work to organise an F1 race. McLaren's Lando Norris has revealed that he has some good laughs and enjoys spending time and working with the mechanics and the engineers. Racing Point's unique partnership with Mercedes will allow them to upgrade the parts on their 2021 car with Mercedes 2020 parts, and McLaren's team principal Andreas Seidel thinks that it is simply illogical. He further pointed out that McLaren has to change from Renault to Mercedes engines in 2021. Each team has only 2 tokens available and they have to use those 2 for the change. As a result, there is no point in another team getting an upgrade from 2019 to 2020 for the gearbox or suspension and completely without the use of tokens. Seidel further feels that much remains to be done to complete the rules and thinks that it is important that the issue is raised repeatedly. Haas team principal Gunther Steiner feels that it's fairly difficult for them to get points at the moment, and especially at some of the races which are coming up, they're not in their favour. And Alfa Romeo's Antonio Giovinazzi thinks that on Sunday they are very competitive and feels that if they can put together a good qualifying, they can be fighting for the top 10 from lap 1. Would you like to see F1 race in Turkey again? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.